Katie Ann, we're with this Trooper Thomas Gossen, and you're here to talk about car seat safety.
That's right.
I know that we talk about this topic a lot, but we have to because we all think that it's pretty rocket science, right, to install these car seats, but a lot of times they are done wrong. So we do kind of want to show you some quick tips that you can do to make sure that your car seat is installed properly. I'm going to walk on this side, that way Peter can kind of...
Well, one thing we found is that a lot of people, probably 90–95% of the car seats are not there correctly, because a lot of people don't read the owner's manual for the car to make sure they're compatible with the seat itself. But one of the main common problems that we see is that they're not, number one, not installed in the correct direction for the age of the child. Now, I know the new law, the law doesn't necessarily go along with the recommendations for safe practices, right? So American Academy of Pediatrics just recently redid their guidelines and saying that, look, it doesn't matter what age of the child is, we want to go to the maximum weight of the seat in that direction. So a lot of rear-facing seats will go to 35 pounds. We recommend doing that. A lot of people say, well, their legs are going to be scrunched up here and they're going to be really uncomfortable. And like the nurses that I work with say, look, we can fix a broken leg, we cannot fix a broken neck. You know, so that's what we like to recommend. So the angle of the seat is number one, right? Whenever we first test the seat, we grab it where the belt is going to go through, and we try to move it side to side. So if it moves side to side a lot, we know that obviously it's not in there correctly. So we want to minimize the amount of movement to about an inch of movement. Another common problem I see is that whenever the seat belts are used, that people don't take the seat belt and pull it all the way out and reverse that retractor. You should be able to hear it clicking, and that's when you know it's locking as it's going in. So getting it really, really tight like that.
Now, and some people say, you know, well, I've gotten it as tight as I can go. Like I've pulled and pulled.
So usually what we tell people to do, especially if you can, and I know it's kind of difficult, and that's why we offer free installations. It's a free service that we provide every Wednesday from 8 o'clock to noon at the Troop. And one thing we recommend to people is to really get in there and kneel in it or push down in it hard as you're tightening it down to sink it into the seat. That's the easiest way to get it in. So another thing that you see a lot is these quick clips, basically, right? These are not to be used with both. I mean, it's either one or the other, okay? Because they've never been tested with both. It's either one or the other. The drawback to these is that it does have a weight limit. Most cars go to a combined weight of 65 pounds. So if your seat weighs, you know, 20 pounds and your child is at 40 pounds, you're almost there. You're there, right? So, and that's with forward facing as well. Okay. So one of the other common problems we have, is these harnesses and the harness heights. Okay. So I know it's a lot to cover. Right. But
and what we're going to do is, guys, you know, we're going to be back here in our next half hour, you know, to talk a little bit more about this. So if you want to learn a little bit more about these car seat and car seat safety, just go ahead and stay with us. And then we're also going to talk about an event that is going to be coming up where you can go and get your seat looked at for free to make sure that it is correct. But right now we're going to head on over to Eric for a look at your weekend forecast. Good morning, Eric.